over here together. And hopefully we won't hold other stuff. Not my thing. But I just want to start off with this because I need to graduate in 2 months. 1 month. A month. I need to graduate. Everything I am saying is a lie. Mary is a liar. Mary's a skinny, petite, gorgeous liar. Everything I have said are fairy tales, deceit, and lies. Do not take anything I'm saying seriously, okay? Saying that, I also want a consent policy to be between us because I'm here for fun-ish. I'm here for a project. You're here for fun-ish, or I forced you to come. And I want to make sure we're all on the same page, and I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, right? So I'm going to start with a few words, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, ready? Boobs. Did you bring your boobs tonight? Oh, I'm glad you brought your boobs tonight. You said boobs, yeah? Cool. Next word, okay? Fuck! Right? Fuck is a really fun word. For me, it's like my I have a really bad time cursing. I grew up with a single mom. So it's pretty often in the house, you know. Fuck, fucking, fuck it, fuck you, fuck me, fuck everything. All that stuff. Next. Heroin. Heroin. No one in here has done heroin, right? No one? Fucking losers. There's no one in here done heroin, including me. My bad. Heroin's not heroin, sorry. Okay, next. Harvey Weinstein. No one in here is related to Harvey Weinstein, right? If you are, oh my God. I need to talk to you later. Jesus Christ. And like, he's just such a catch, isn't he? He catches and catches. Caught a case. Another, that's a lot. But I tried to think of something that was worse than Harvey Weinstein, and my first thought was 9/11, because like, aw, 9/11's sad. But then I thought of it. I finally found the word today. Queef. What a thank you. Yes, embrace the queef. I have never seen such a taboo fucking response than to the word queef. It's so odd. I don't know. Maybe take that today and change the world tomorrow. Right? So those are like the words that I'm glad we're all on the same page. Right? Okay, but we're not here to talk about like disgraced Hollywood rapists or boobs, big naturals if you like them that way. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about me, right? It's finally about me. Me right now, I am shitting fucking bricks. Oh my God, and it's hard because like my hole is like petite and cute. But like a brick is like, it's weird. It's really weird. But I have such high expectations for tonight because I have hyped this up in my head. And I don't expect it to be like a 10 amazing thing like saving the whales. Like how do you live up to saving the whales? You don't. You save the whales, right? And I don't want like to be a 0 where it's like a catastrophe, like, I don't know, something really random. The Reagan administration. We don't want that. So I hope to be in like a middle ground, like, I just found $1. That was fun. Like, I can use this dollar now. Okay. Like that's what I'm kind of expecting this to go. I don't need this to be grand. I don't need this to be awful. Even though awful art is better. Let's be honest. So, in here though, I'm feeling the pressure. And I'm feeling the pressure right now because I have those expectations of myself, even though the biggest and most pressuring day of my life so far has been my birth. Now, hasn't it been for you? Has it not been that they have all these expectations for you? See, I come from 4 siblings. I'm 2 of 4. And my mom really wanted a second kid after my brother because he was fucking awful. So I had to try again. And she's like praying for me. And in between me and my brother, my mother had 4 miscarriages. I was approved to say that. Just, you know, she let me say that last night. She was like, I don't care. So, 4 miscarriages, a lot of prayer. My namesake is literally Mary, if it doesn't prove enough to you. So there was a lot of pressure for me growing up. And for my birth, you know, they had really like extraordinary expectations for me that I just couldn't live up to. Like, she'll be gorgeous, or she'll have so many special talents, she'll be healthy, You know, those things that babies really can't fucking live up to. And if you're catching my drift, I was none of those things. I came out like a Polly Pocket someone chewed on, right? Like my hair was like a halo, like this. I looked like a friar. It was really weird. I came out like that. I was screaming and crying. I was allergic to breast milk, and I wouldn't latch, so they had to give me fucking goat milk. And you would think, like, goat milk, oh my god, she's like so different. Oh my god, that's crazy. It just makes you a tremendous asshole. Because when you tell people that, they're like, oh, you're different, you're quirky, we get it. No, I physically couldn't have it. Regardless, I'm here, I'm alive, Mom. And I've done a lot of things post-birth. Haven't you? I've done a lot of sitting, done a lot of thinking, mouth stuff, a lot of that stuff. But we're not here to do, we're not here to do mouth stuff, that's related, right? But I just want to make sure that we all know, you know. Anyway, so does anyone in here not know what a stage manager is? Oh my gosh, that's depressing. Everyone knows what a stage manager is? I usually don't expect that because they're these, what they are is the hidden liaison. They're the leader and the tool, in a literal sense, to make sure that everyone's on the same pace. Everyone's on the same schedule to get to the ultimate goal. Like a wedding planner almost. Making sure that costumes are there, actors are there, which you would think is not that hard, but it's harder than it looks. Making sure there's lights, making sure there's a place to do it, all of those things. And that's in the most literal sense what a stage manager is. However, there's an emotional aspect to being a stage manager. It's like you have to be able to decipher the planets aligning and to make sure that everything is going to go just right on time. Because these are kids. They're children in the mental sense. It's a lot of emotion there. So I have to like walk around with this tool case of all these things that I could predict will happen. So I have to like walk around with snacks and be like, do you like your snacks? Are you happy? Does anyone need to use the bathroom? Okay, we're all like, we kind of like led through here. Are we all holding hands? Are we ready to go? Do you like your funnel cake? Like all that stuff. That's what a stage manager is to me. Does everyone know what a stand-up comedian is? Okay, good. I was going to say, if not, go fucking read a book. Jesus Christ, if we're in the age of media, go read a fucking book. But a stand-up comedian is someone who uses their voice in multiple and multivocal ways that are personal in order to transcend knowledge. Now, as a stand-up comedian, you have to hear my opinion. But as a stage manager, you just kind of hear it in the back of your head. And it's one of those like blue fairy on your shoulder voices, like, oh no, maybe you should show up on time. Oh, you know, the lights look kind of odd. We don't have a theater anymore. All of those kinds of things that are really like important. And they both have this formation of knowledge and wisdom to pass along, like feeding the birds. With a lot of just like, get your shit together. Don't fuck him. Mom, I hate him. All of those things. They have that kind of stuff. That wisdom underneath all the jokes and the subjective and contextual issues. I can't give you that, though. I can't give you wisdom. I'm a fucking 22-year-old girl who just likes skirts. That's all I can give you. I could give you a lot about skirts, just so we're on the same page, but I just can't give you any wisdom. I've tried, you know, and I've made a lot of mistakes at Whittier. I can give you these mistakes, I can give you stupidity, I can give you penis jokes. Like, if the dick points south, go north. Go west. Don't go at all. No, just don't go. Just don't go. Right? But the first big mistake I ever made was here, at Whittier College. I sound like a TikTok ad for these people, but they wouldn't want me to be prescribing for their crap. So when I first came to college, I had to pick a roommate. You all had to pick a roommate. And I picked a roommate like it was deal or no deal. Box number 7. Bury that. And I picked a girl, her name is Michaela, quite literally her name. She doesn't go here anymore. I do not care. And didn't know anything about her. Didn't know if she was going to kill me. Didn't ask. I just wanted to have a roommate. And I was sitting in my family room, and I was that one. And so we move in. I meet Michaela. Fine person. Normal person, you would assume to be, right? But things start getting really weird, and she starts going missing. And everyone comes up to me, and they're like, oh my God, Mary, like, where's Michaela? And I'm like, hi, person I don't know. I don't know where Michaela is. I was living in a triple at the time. So it's 1, 2, 3 beds and 1 person. No Michaela, just all of a sudden a lot of scratching and itching, and I'm wondering, I have 45 bug bites all over my legs, and I'm wondering, where are these coming from? And I keep cleaning my sheets, I keep cleaning my clothes, I'm wearing bug spray like it's fucking a thong. Like I'm wearing it all the time. And I'm like, God damn it, why do I keep having all these bug bites? And I've had worse. When my dad, he was a hoarder, I had 127 bug bites around my ankles. And then they told me that I had scabies, and I didn't have scabies. And I got disinvited from all the fucking birthday parties. Thank you, mother. But I didn't have scabies, I had flea bites. Anyway, so I have all these flea bites, and Michaela's missing, and I'm starting to get all these letters from her friends about stealing their things. First of all, there was nothing except trash in that room to steal. Second of all, when I say they had the ugliest crap I've ever seen in my life, they had the ugliest shit I have ever seen in my life. Like 2012, like chevron, like vests, a lot of weird, like wool crop tops, those stupid square fucking sunglasses that no one likes anymore. All of that stuff. So she kept writing me letters and saying, stop stealing my stuff. Stop stealing my stuff. And I was getting to the point where I was fucking pissed off because I'm not stealing your shit. So I wrote on there and I said, your shit is too ugly to steal. Mwah. Love, Mary. That didn't help the situation that had been arising, but continued and continued. One random day I'm watching Rick and Morty in my dorm with my friend, and we're just sitting there. I wasn't enjoying the show. I was just watching. And I'm like, something fucking stinks in here. Like, something really stinks in here. And I'm like, I always think it's me. I'm always the problem, right? So I'm watching and I'm like looking around. And at the time I wasn't eating at the CI. I still would never eat at the CI. That place is a hellhole. I would never go there. And so I was eating a lot of like Del Taco and mac and cheese, like every other day, right? And I turn around and there's a CI container behind me. I think to myself, I didn't go to the CI. What is that container doing over there? So I get up, turn around, I open the thing. When I can tell you that hell is undescribable, that sandwich was hell. It was a burger with cheese, with one big ass bite taken out of it, sprinkled with a lot of love of fucking pubic hair all over the sandwich. Am I right? Doesn't that sound really good, everybody? Fucking no! It doesn't sound good. That was the grossest thing. And I screamed, and I don't know, it was like it was a bomb that was about to go off. It was horrible. Oh my gosh. And I'm like gagging at throwing up. I have like a food thing. I couldn't do it. So my friend gets up, he opens it, and he's like, oh, this is the same reaction. I'm not gonna do it again. Same reaction. Closes the thing, and then he takes it and throws it down the hallway like it was a fucking bomb. Close the door, and then you sit. You sit with yourself, you sit with your choices, and you think this is the next step. And things got way wilder after that, but that for me was the turning point where I was like, this was something I should have actually cared about. And I should have started to have trust within myself and with this other person that I was living with. And that isn't the only singular experience where I've had trust issues with students here at Whittier. This next story also involved the first month on campus. So I moved on, I made friends through smoking weed. That was all we had in common, was smoking weed. And that was it. Mary smoked weed, what the fuck up. She knows. You can't get me in trouble. She knows, she doesn't like it, I don't care. But it's the first day of school. And you know, first day of schools are important. You kind of set the tone for the year just for yourself. I hate the first day of school. It's always like unpredictable and gross, and everyone's always looking at each other, and then there's some people like in skirts, and then there's some people that it's a lot. For me, there's too much to look at. And I had a class, let's call this guy's name's Chris. Let's call him Chris. And Chris and I had this business class at 9 in the morning. Ew. We had this class, and he was like, you know, me and my friend Meg are gonna go pick up later. Do you wanna come? And I was like, yeah, sure, it's like 9 a.m. I have nothing to do, it's a Wednesday, whatever. I trusted the situation at the time. And so we meet up with Meg, and we get in the car, and we're getting ready to go. I didn't know where we were picking up. I didn't know who Meg was. I didn't know anything of that sort. But I went, because I thought that I had trust built into myself and with them. So we're in the car. I also got my period this day, so it was like, I always get my period on the first day of school. It's God's way of just taking a fucking twist on me. And so I'm in the back, and I'm playing with a rattle of a leaf. I call it a rattle, even though it's not, it's a bottle. I was playing with it like it was a rattle. And we go on a 45 minute to an hour drive of nothingness. Like, I'm from Southern California. I don't know where the fuck we went. It was crazy. And so we're in the car, and little do you know, we pull up to, does anyone have like the sketchiest place they've ever been?
Here.
Here, yeah. You will be right on that one. Anywhere else? No? We went to a Motel 6. Fucking fleas welcome you into the Motel 6. It was the scariest thing. So I'm like, now I'm starting to itch in the back. All those bug bites, you know? I'm starting to itch. I'm trying to, like, okay, we're in Motel 6. It's 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. That's kind of a lot. And we pull up, we're parked in a spot, and then, oh, the Godfather comes out, pulls up next to us in his car, ready to go, takes an ounce. And for those of you who don't know, an ounce of weed is a felony. That is a full felony, right? Takes the ounce of weed and goes car to car like it was a fucking drive-thru. I went through Sonic and picked up an ounce. It was weird. Hands it over, Meg takes it and goes, puts it in her lap, then we're all passing around like, oh my god, like, oh my, there's so much. It's like fucking idiots. And we pull out, going back to school, we're good to go. Wee-woo, wee-woo, fucking pull over, bitch. It's time to get your ass rocked, right? I have never, like right now, remember how I said I was shitting bricks? I was shitting boulders. That I could not believe it. It was like everything had, instantaneously. And my mom had one rule when I left for college. Do not get arrested. Don't be a stripper. Not go to class. Don't be gay. She had one rule. Don't get arrested. Little did she know on the first day, I was already almost breaking that rule. So we get pulled over, and we're sitting, and I'm sweating. It's also like 100 degrees, because it's the middle of September, the ugliest weather of the year. So we're sitting there, I'm scratching with a rattle. They're like, okay, just stay cool, stay cool. That'll work. Yeah, let's just stay cool, whatever. So we're sitting, and the cops come up, and they start asking questions, like, what are you doing here? Da-da-da-da. When they knew everything. They had watched us. They had fully pulled us into the spot because they knew what we were doing. And they take Meg and Chris out of the car, stand them up, strip search them like fucking stupid cops do, and like look all over for them. Oh, did you know they found an ounce of weed? And I really wanted to play dumb and be like, oh my god, what is that doing in there? But no, didn't do that. They take them and put them in the back of the police car. And I'm still sitting in the back kind of like, am I next? What's going on? And so I'm sitting and I'm sitting there like, okay, miss, get out of the car. If they'd called me ma'am, I would have been pissed. They called me miss, got out of the car. And they're like, we need to go through your backpack. And I was like, okay, there's nothing in there. I get it, but like, and they're like, can you open this bottle of a leaf for us? We are scared that it has something in there. And like, the 18-year-old in me was like, what are my constitutional rights? Can they do that? It's so much. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I can open it. And I open it, it's a leaf. I didn't have crack on me. And I wouldn't put it in a leaf bottle. But they go through my backpack, they don't find anything. And I'm standing, and then they're in the back of the car, and we're all just making eye contact, like, People are watching as they're driving by. I wish someone had honked at me. That would be really funny, because I was like on the car, like, that would have been really cute. But it didn't happen. So, we're standing, and then they're like, you can go back in the car. And I was like, back in the car? Are we caravanning to the station? Like, what the fuck's going on? They let Meg and Chris go back in the car. Everyone's doing their thing, and we're all sitting there like, don't move. Don't do it. Don't fucking breathe. And the two cops go back there, and it looked like they were playing rock, paper, scissors. Like what were they going to tell us? You know what I mean? And they come back, and they're like, in true Dare Truth fashion style, you know, that's not cool. Drugs aren't cool. You should be doing things better. You guys are worth it. And I want you to know it. Gives us back the ounce of life. And I have never seen so quickly in my life. It was the scariest. That was the scariest part, is that they gave it back. Who the fuck would give it back? That's crazy. So we pull out, we get the hell out of there. I like Back to the Future that shit. We got the hell out of there. And I'm sitting in the back kind of like, oh my god. Ooh, this is a lot. And I expressed verbally, so I was like, ah. It was a lot of that. We're driving. And Chris is driving, and they're Meg, and they're joking in the front. He's like, God, I'm so happy they didn't find it. Find what? I didn't say it like this. Find what? What are you talking about? And he goes, oh, I have a fentanyl on the back and some like DMT and coke and PCP, and I'm not kidding. And I felt like my skin shed. Like I was a new fucking person, full snake mode. It was a lot to just experience. We get back here and never speak of it again. The scariest day of my life. And from that moment, I learned to never fucking trust 18-year-old people, including myself. Sorry, I'm talking about Harvey Weinstein too much, but I would never trust an 18-year-old. And someone's saying that about me right now, and I'm trying to be empathetic because I've been 18, I've been stupid, and I've been 22, and currently stupid. So I try to be really empathetic towards people, but there's something I really can't empathize with, and that's old people. I fucking hate old people so much. I can't stand them because it's not that like they're in the way or anything like that. It's that they think they are the way. Yahweh. I don't fuck with that because it's special treatment after special treatment after special treatment for you people. I'm sick of it. My mother takes a great job, takes great care of all of us at home. Excuse me. And he gets whatever he wants. He smokes us out of the fucking family room by turning the heater up to 90 degrees. Where do we live? Where are we? Someone say it, for Christ's sake, because he doesn't know. He doesn't know where we are. He'll eat moldy fruit, and then you go, hey, Grandpa, you're not supposed to eat those. Mind your business. And then it's just like, a lot of scooting. But I want to be like him when I grow up because that is the most special treatment I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. And when you ask him, like, Grandpa, your pants are falling, like, why don't you wear a belt? He goes, suspenders are easier when you're taking a shit. In that fashion. This man is a god. And he has deserved it as such. And my mom takes great care of him. She takes great care of all of us. Can we all cheer? My mom. She is so lovely. She is so lovely. She's also a fucking idiot. Does anyone know what this is? What is it?
It's a floss. Yeah.
Floss. Toothpick. My house, this is called a Dementor. I'm not kidding. Like those shitty little things from Harry Potter. That's what these are called. My mother has limited my communication skills for the past 22 years of my life. When you buy a case of water, you call them cases, right? My mother calls them flats of water. And you wouldn't think that would be a super, big deal. I got laughed at in fucking Sprouts last week. Where are the flats of water? And she laughed in my face. I guess my mom didn't ask me to take a shower when I was a kid. She asked me to take a shower do. Those. Don't know what the fuck that is. You know, she would mess up phrases like catch as catch can. Does anyone know what the hell that means? No? Yeah. What is it? Oh God, fuck, what is it called? Fish to boil. You have like a lot of fish to boil instead of fish to fry. A bird that's late gets their worms ate. All of these things just are not factual and not true. Like my mom just doesn't call things the right way, and like her figurative language has fully made my communication skills go backwards 45 years. It's weird. Like she made me call my sister Lovely. Doesn't make sense. And she made me call my dad Alice. Which I don't know what that was. But it's wrong. And being wrong is something I have a hard time with. I have a hard time with being wrong, but I have a really good time with failing. I really love to fail because the expectation, again, piss on the floor, right? But I don't think I've ever failed at something so hard as to love a pet. I have never loved a pet. I have never cared about a fucking animal to save my life. I think they're stinky. I think they're annoying. They're just like me. There's too much to deal with. And when I was 12, I begged my dad for a dog. I was like, please give me a shitty dog. And he hands me this like chihuahua thing that's shaking like, in his hands. And I was like, thank you. Okay. And she lived at the house. I gave her a human name. I named her Amanda. Bad start. She's just running around everywhere. And it was really cool though because my dad and my mom were split up, so I only had to see Amanda twice out of the month. But it was always just kind of avoidant, like she'd be there. Amanda's with another lovely homeowner now. Don't know where the fuck she is. Hope she's doing well. But it was so much easier to fail because when I succeed, I don't know how to handle it because I can't bring to myself to cohesive words. I just do a lot of like, a lot of like, out of those, like, one of these, you know, oh my God, that was, no one reacted. That's crazy. I'm just so petite. But yeah, when I succeed, I have a really hard time. But I have succeeded as a stage manager, and hopefully up to you, a stand-up comedian. And okay, no response. But I have succeeded in that way where I've been trying to share all of these tools that I've had to accumulate as I've continued here at the college and moving forward and everything. And in doing so, I've been able to find more of who I am as a leader, who I am as a person, who I am as an audience member like you. And to that, I think, is the best thing I could have gotten out of this experience. Whether I was complaining, or whether I was complaining. I do a lot of fucking complaining. Now, I just want to say, though, thank you for coming tonight. I want to say if you're a stupid theater kid, you are dismissed. And as an audience member, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm so tired and I want to go home and I'm tired. I'm fed up to catch a plane tomorrow. Thank you. And tomorrow's the other two senior presentations. Mercedes will be doing some monologue work and Katrina will be doing a play reading. So if you want to come, please come. Thank you. You can literally leave.
Lock all the doors when you're done. Clean the floors and say word to the time. Even Hi guys.